Very quick video, and we've announced a date. We announced the 27th of July. We've started talking to the police about routes, about where we're planning on going, what we're planning on doing. And I think the excitement that built from the weekend, I don't know about anyone that's watching this, but I'm still on a high from what happened on the 1st of June. It was superb. I think without a shadow of a doubt, it's the best demo we've done. It was one of the biggest, but the atmosphere was so positive. There was nothing negative about the whole day. It was, everybody was on the same hymn sheet. Everybody was pulling together, and there was and I don't want to sound soppy when I say this, but there was a real sense of love and camaraderie among absolutely everybody. And that's very unusual for a movement like ours. And if we can nurture that and keep that going, and I personally, my personal opinion on that is because there was a Christian element to it. And if you watch the video, you'll see that, a very strong Christian element. And that's kind of rolled over. There's a camaraderie building that I've never felt before. I haven't felt anything like it since I was in the military serving in Northern Ireland. So I think the 27th is going to be something very, very special. I'm not going to say about locations yet because we're still trying to find the best locations. We've got a good idea where we're going to be going, but let's just make sure that we're going to be there before I start putting anything like that up. But just the positivity, the love, the attitude of we can do this, we can save our country, we can put things right, we can do it peacefully, we can do it democratically. I was talking to an American guy at dinner on the Saturday night. We went to a really good restaurant. And anyway, so I was chatting to this guy, and he said, look, he says, what you guys are doing is what Martin Luther King Jr. did. He says it was the most successful revolution, if you like, in world history because it was non-violent. There wasn't any violence from the people that are protesting with Martin Luther King Jr. And I think that's what we're looking at. We're looking at a peaceful movement to save our country from absolute calamity. And it is facing calamity. It is facing absolutely horrendous challenges. But there's such a positivity in our movement at the minute. It's people from all backgrounds, all races, all creeds coming together. Like Paul Thorpe said, and I keep quoting him, it's not what the colour of your skin is. It's not what creed you adhere to. It's whether your heart is red, white and blue. Whether you love the country and the customs, culture and faith of the country that you're living in. So 27th, we're absolutely buzzing about it. There's some great plans. There's going to be, it's going to internationalize the movement, to be honest with you. There's going to be people coming from all over the world to speak. So it's going to be an absolutely amazing day. We've got all sorts of plans for what's going to happen on the stage. The location we're looking at will be absolutely superb. So yeah, make plans. Book your hotels, book your flights, book your train tickets, book your car parking, book time off work, and make sure that you are in central London on the 27th of July. Get there early, maybe 11 o'clock, whatever, so you can make your way to the muster point. We've not put any of that out yet, but we're looking at some really, really good places to go. And yep, let's do it and let's make it. If you brought one person with you last time, bring three this time. If you brought three, bring six. Let's double the numbers. If everybody brings people with them, without a shadow of a doubt, we will double the numbers. And it's not all about numbers. It's about having the right people there and having that energy and that vibe of love and harmony. And we can do this. We can win this, because our country has been taken over by very, very sinister forces. There is creeping totalitarianism. In some cases, there's absolute outright totalitarianism. And we've got to push back against that. There is a massive threat from religious extremists. There's a massive threat from far left extremists. There's a tiny threat from the far right. But on the whole, the threat is coming from religious extremists and coming from the far left. And we've got to face that down. We are the centre ground. We are the people. We are not the 17.4 million that voted for Brexit, but the 37 million that want things to change. There's 37 million people in this country that want change. There's probably more. If you're a young person and you can't get housing, you need to be marching with us on the 27th of July, because that's caused by the problems that we're facing. If you're worried about your children's future and your grandchildren, you need to be marching with us, because we've got answers, we've got solutions, we've got plans of how to build a movement that changes our nation forever for the good. And it starts with ideology and belief. It's values based. You get your values right first, and to a great extent, of course, we always need leaders. We always need people like Tommy. But if we have the values right, if the values are underpinning what Tommy says and does and what the other leaders say and do, if those values are right, that is the foundation. If you build the foundation right, then the building will be solid and the building won't topple over. If you don't build a firm foundation, it'll collapse. And that's what's happened before. We've come very close to achieving what we're trying to achieve this time. We had it with UKIP and sinister forces, and I believe one of them's on the campaign trail right now, and people in the NEC of UKIP scuppered what could have been. We could have had the equivalent of the Freedom Party now standing in the elections now, and believe you me, if the UKIP project had worked, we would be looking at winning this general election. So we've got to build something in the next 5 years that will challenge whatever party is in power, because all of them are wrong uns. But we've got to build something in 5 years that will be centrist, that will represent the vast majority of the people in the United Kingdom, and will win. I spoke to Ian Paisley many years ago, and Ian Paisley, I asked him why he'd done the deal with Sinn Féin, and Ian Paisley said this to me. He says, you can't fight against the centre. So we need to we are the centre ground, but we need to make sure people understand that we're the centre ground. So first of all, you build the values, then you build community, i.e. a family. Brothers and sisters who love each other and care for each other and look out for each other because they know how important this is. And we're building that. I've never seen our movement so unified. There's such a positive vibe, and, you know, everybody has fallings out and hassles and what have you. But I'm seeing those just melt away now because of the bigger picture. And finally, once you've built the ideology, once you've built the community, then you build policy, you build politics, and you take the political system by storm. And you end up with your ideology and your belief system and your values, you end up in power for 20 years in this country. And that's what it's going to take to put things right and fix it. And it's going to be good. It's going to be peaceful. It's going to be something. It's going to be harmonious. It's going to be something that every right-thinking person from whatever background, whatever faith, whatever colour, whatever community, what we're going to try and do, you will be able to join it. You will be able to stand with us shoulder to shoulder and say, yes, this is what makes Britain great. We're going to make Britain greater than it's ever been before. It's not make Britain great again. It's make the whole of the UK greater than it's ever been. The most cohesive, caring, kind country on the planet. That's what we can do if we do this right. And believe you me, the other options are not worth thinking about. This is the only show in town. This is the only way to do it. Ours is the only movement that can do it. Because we have the groundswell of the people. We have the populace standing with us. I know that the vast majority of people in this country believe what we believe. They just need to wake up, get out, stand with us, and start organising. So 27th, it's going to be the start of something massive. Make sure you get there. Make sure you don't miss it. And if you can't get there for whatever reason, financial, health, whatever reason, get on YouTube, watch the streams, and join this movement. Because this is going to take our country by storm in the next 5 years. And we are going to win. And we are going to take back control of our country. And we are going to fulfill what was started in 2017 and 2018. See you all soon. See you all on 27th.